Hi everybody, this is Mark with FloridaUrbanHomestead.com, and it's been like, I don't know, over a week, maybe 2 weeks since I did a garden update. So it's time for another one, and I always did say I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Outside right now, it is in the mid to upper 90s. A lot of things have changed in the garden. As you can see here in this bed, I pulled out the homestead tomatoes that were here. I also did this over here on my sheeted bed. I have been able, these cherry tomatoes had a pretty bad disease, which I treated with some sulfur, and I removed all the bad limbs. And if I can get this to actually come in focus, there we go. The new leaves seem to be over it, so I trussed them up to help keep them from sagging too much, because they're getting new tomatoes on them, so that could cause them to sag a lot. Over here, a lot of the tomatoes are suffering from the heat. These did get some compost tea 2 days ago. The peppers are doing fine with it. And I'm actually getting new growth on this Better Girl, so it's possible this will come out of it, but I'm not sure. Over here are my beefsteaks. They're doing relatively okay. They're really getting, just recently gave them a nice shot of some compost tea, and hopefully they'll pull out of it, but they've already went longer than they're supposed to go. Over here, these are more beefsteaks, and I still got tomatoes coming up on it, and they're doing fine. More over here, I got blooms despite of the heat. I'm still setting fruit somehow. Down here, I've got several of these bell peppers growing. They seem to be okay. This Mr. Stripey here, it's kind of getting some yellowing in between the veins, which could be due to a magnesium deficiency, or it could be just due to its, it's some of the last things in the garden that's hasn't been preyed upon, so now it's going to be next. Still got lots of peppers on all my pepper plants. Even over here on these hot pepper plants, got some of those. They're trying to hold on. Of course, I can always rely on citrus fruit for the most part. Sweet potatoes are growing. And there is the gigantic mess that the watermelons have turned into. I have not yet been able to keep a watermelon. For some reason, they get to be anywhere from golf ball to maybe baseball sized, and then they die. I haven't seen any sign of worms, but I'm not sure what it is. But it is growing all over the place. Over here I have more peppers. They're fairly green, although I may need to give them a nice shot of some compost tea as well. Got young fruit on it also. Over here is my cantaloupe that I'm growing along the fence. It's growing in both directions, doing real well so far. I got lots of, as you can see, try to get it in here, I got lots of babies here. I think I counted about 12 or so. Haven't had too much stuff preying on it, so I'm hoping that that'll continue. But who knows? It's a member of the cubic family, so the pickle worm could pay me another visit. These are my beans. These are actually cowpeas, and I'm starting to get lots of cowpeas on them. And there is cucumbers 2G there, second generation. Hopefully these they really don't like this heat, but I'm hoping, because I like cucumbers a lot. Over here are some more Beefmasters. And some of them are starting to ripen up. Give me some more tomatoes. This bed over here I have emptied. There's the black mulch that I may use on top of it. I haven't decided yet. And that bed is now empty. Over here, the only thing I have coming up is potatoes. If they decide that, if this potato decides he wants to live, maybe I'll get some potatoes out of that one. This bed right over here, I'm getting some blooms, but a lot of them fall apart at what's called the knuckle. Probably because of the heat. You can see here how it's yellowing. The plant is basically dispersing of it rather than bloom. It is rather than actually get fruit that it feels like it can't support. Over here, this one, which I treated with the same Epsom salts as this one, is not recovering. This right here may even also be maybe a fungus or a mildew. I have treated it now with some both a copper and a sulfur. It doesn't really seem to be responding though. Over here, this one did, and it's put out. If it'll stay on its stake, I haven't wrapped it yet because I'm still spraying it, but its new growth has come out nice and green. We'll see. And you can see all my cucumbers on the back row are gone. They gave up the ghost. So it may be a little while until winter before I have more cucumbers there. But there's more stuff to show you. Well, I guess I should let you see the pumpkin. He's growing all over the place. He keeps getting pumpkins that don't make it either. I'm assuming that's the heat. I haven't been a big purveyor of pumpkins. And over here through my window, you can barely see it, but yes, those are cucumbers, and yes, they're on the inside. And I get tickled pink at the moths that gather on the window, like with their tongues hanging out. They can't get to them. My hopes there is not that I'll necessarily be able to grow cucumbers inside, but that if I can get it to stay alive for another month, the weather might be a little bit better. So that's the outside portion of the garden and my kind of open compost pit. Sorry about the mess. This is the middle of a work in progress, but I've also got something to show you inside, so come along. Okay everybody, this is the inside of my Florida room. Messy as it might be, but here it is. Pardon the mess. I've been planting a lot, and this is there's still a little bit of debris around I haven't cleaned up yet. These are in the back are Roma tomatoes. I've never grown those before. I'll be trying that. There's some Romas in the back and Marigolds. Here are some older Romas that I'm growing. Down here are some starts that are the multicolored mix, so could be chocolate, hard to say. Down here I have papaya. These I grew from seed, and they're pretty neat. I have a mango plant I also grew from seed that I got from a farmer's market type visit. Over here is tomatoes, which are likewise just a tomato I really loved from the farmer's market. Will it grow true? I don't know, but we'll find out. It'll grow some kind of tomato. These are marigolds, which I like very much. And when it comes to mango, I would just say, or to papaya, excuse me, just count on 100% germination. These are some that I haven't thinned out yet. These in the back are all a super heavyweight sweet bell pepper. And that's pretty much what I got going on so far. Of course, there'll be more plants to plant. We have growing dates August through September, and then in October. So I got a lot to get in the ground, but this is where it starts. And I thought y'all might like to see it. Well, thank you again for watching, and y'all have a great day.